Shalom. As you can see, I got my favorite shirt back on. But I did good. I hadn't worn it in a long time. Okay, anyway. So there was something that Ruach HaKodesh said to me this morning. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. It was something that Ruach HaKodesh said to me this morning, and it kept rolling around and around and around in my head. And it came back just now because I tried to make a video earlier. But you remember I told you if my phone gets hot, I can't record videos. It cuts it off. So apparently I had done the whole video, or at least I thought I did. And then when I went to hit stop, the video was already stopped. So, okay, serious. So basically, what I heard him telling me was it's very important for all of us, all of his children, and that's the ones in and outside of the organized church, because he has children in the wilderness. It's very important to make sure you're underneath an anointed leader this season. The reason being is because Abba Yah is going to use that leader to give instructions to all of us. And that's only if your relationship with him isn't to where you can actually hear him, because life, different things going on in our lives, distractions and whatnot, can prevent us from being able to hear him directly. So if you don't hear it directly, understand he's given the instructions through his anointed servants that are leading the congregations. Let's put it that way. If you feel like the one you're underneath right now is not that person, his instructions are ask him where he wants you to go. Ask him where he wants you to go, because you need to hear these instructions. He's given us all instructions right now as to what he's doing, what's going on, and what we need to do in the process in the meantime. Okay? That's what he's doing right now. At the same time, he's also purifying our hearts, purging us. He's getting us ready, you guys. So listen, get rid of all your distractions. I don't care what anybody said about you, did to you, all the other stuff. It doesn't matter anymore, okay? None of that stuff matters anymore. Listen to these instructions. You need to hear his instructions in this season. You need to hear his instruction in this season. I can't stress it enough. You need to hear his instructions in this season. I've done my part. Whether you do yours, it's between you and him. You need to hear his instruction. And here's the thing. You can hear him. You can hear his instruction yourself. So if you really want to just hear his instruction, then listen, spend time with him. Remove all your distractions. Turn your phone off. Go out somewhere secluded. Do whatever you got to do. But hear these instructions. Let he who has an ear hear what he's saying. He's speaking right now. And no, he's not speaking about this is your season for, whatever. Like, he's not talking about you. He's talking about him and what he's doing. His conversations are always about him, what he's doing, and how we need to move in the midst of it. That's what his instructions always were, are, and will be. Okay? Now, yes, there are blessings for us that come through these things, but that's not what he's focused on right now, okay? Get these instructions. And just so y'all know, I'm watching the original Candyman, but it's for a reason, because it's something else that Ruach HaKodesh was talking to me about when it comes to this. So, one of the things that I had to go through prior to the season that I'm in was a season that lasted almost 5 years of being involved with a narcissistic spirit. And it wasn't just one person. It was multiple people. But it was for a reason. You remember, Abba is strategic. Abba is intentional. It was for a reason. And that's so now I can recognize the characteristics of the narcissist, because it's a spirit. It's not called the narcissistic spirit, but it is a spirit. Let's just put it. It's a demon. Let's just put it that way. It is an evil spirit that has characteristics, and it also has a modus operandi, mode of operation. Okay. One of the things that the narcissistic spirit does when it is grooming its victim to be prepared to be devoured by it, because that's the ultimate goal of that spirit, is to devour its victim. They have this thing called hoovering. That so after they've played all their little mind games and torn you down and gaslighted you and all this other stuff, they gotta hoover you back. Can't let you go just yet. And one of the techniques that they use in the hoovering is what's called well, they use nostalgia in the hoovering. And the nostalgia lets your guard down because you're remembering all the good things and you're just having this amazing euphoric feeling. And like I said, your guard is down, and now that spirit can love bomb you. You remember when you remember this, you remember that, and you feel so loving and warm and fuzzy inside, not knowing that they're about to shoot an arrow straight at you. That's what's going on with all these remakes from our childhood. That spirit is not just in people around you. That spirit is a principality. It's a principality. And it's sitting over you. I know it's sitting over the US. It's probably sitting over other territories as well. But it's for sure sitting over the US. And we are all being love bombed. We're all being hoovered back in right now, letting our guard down. But for what? Why? What's about to happen? Listen to these instructions. I'm trying to tell you, listen to the instructions, okay? Let me go back to this. Until next time. Shalom Aleichem.